Here for another update on my shower renovation. I did the grout here and not exactly the color I wanted, but it's too late to turn back. It was supposed to be a light gray, but it's like almost off-white. But I guess no turning back. I wasn't satisfied with this grate here. This drain kit here is the first time I used it, and it's this it's this Flow FX bond flange drain kit. Anyway, you gotta when you install it, you gotta sink this body into the thin set, and then there's a carrier for this drain grate here, and the carrier just, this drain grate just snaps into the carrier here, so you'd be able to just pull this grate out and, I don't know, clean it or whatever inside. But what I did was I sunk the carrier too low, so there was too much of a lip here, so I wasn't satisfied with that. So what I did was I put a couple spacers, and then I grouted this grate into the tile, so there's not much lippage now, so it looks a little bit better, I think, now. So that's done with anyway. It's I gotta live with the color here. I use this for the grout. I use this Mape Ultra Color Plus FA. I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube about this grout, and they say that you gotta work in small areas because it really sets up fast. So a lot of people get problems because they wait too long to sponge the grout off the tile. So it worked okay, but looks like a pretty good grout. Looks like it's supposed to be waterproof and stain proof, so we'll see. Anyway, the next step is tiling the walls. I have here what is called a story pole. So what I did, I marked every grout line, that goes up. So this is so that when you set up your tile, you make sure there's no small spaces where you gotta cut the tile. In other words, like up here, up here. So if I start at the bottom here and I come all the way up, the tile, when I get up to here, there's only going to be a sliver. So I cannot, set it up so that it's full tiles all the way up. So I gotta take from the bottom and go, let's see, so if I go up to here, what I figured is then there's going to be enough space here to put another tile. You know, it's not that small of a space. And I got to be conscious of this niche that I have here too. So then the space here also will be pretty good, and the space down here too will be good. And then the space down here, when on the bottom tile, will be about 8.5 inches. So that's, I can live with that, so that would be okay. So that's how I'm gonna set it up, I guess. So another thing that I need to worry about is, they say when you do this shower, this wide shower wall, you mark a point in the middle and you draw a vertical line all the way down, and that's where your midpoint is. So if I start off of this and I'm using this large format tile here, so if I start off the middle here, this is the middle of the tile, the line, then when I get to here, I don't know if you can see it here, the space is not going to be enough. It's going to be a small sliver there, so I got to move this center line maybe 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch this way to start. So I don't know if I explained that correctly, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this second level here, 8.5 inches up, and then screw in a ledger board, and I'm going to start my first tile from there and then go up. And then once I've finished all that second row, then I'll come back and I'll do that first row. So I'll be able to cut each individual tile to whatever measurement. A lot of thinking. So anyway, I'm gonna do this in the next day, maybe start it. So I'm probably gonna include this short video. So the next part you see is the actual starting of the tile. Okay, here we go. Okay, I've done some tiling. Not so bad so far. Down here, this is the ledger board I was talking about here. Goes all around. So the purpose of the ledger board too is that once I set it here, I can put the tile on top without it, and then set it in without it falling down. Then I can continue to stack all the way up. So that's the idea. So I actually can remove this bottom part already, because the tile are all dry. And this stuff is great. This is a tile leveling system. These are just wedges here. So when you set the tile, then you push in these wedges, and then it levels the tile here. Great stuff. Don't have to worry. And then when you need to take it off, you just like that. And it comes right out. Without cracking, I hope. I gotta clean up all over there. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. So this is the subway style now. It's the next row goes halfway out, half, and then where the towel ends at a small one here, then when you towel this way, then you put a big piece, so it doesn't look, you know, too bad. So the next row up is going to be a small piece here. So this big towel is going to go on this side. This large format towel is a little bit harder to work with because it's so big. So I got over here to where it's going to be kind of like a delicate cut here. So this here is going to be like a long piece, so I gotta cut this out here. So I'm kind of nervous about that. Plus two, I have a small saw, so it cannot, the cuts have to be a little bit narrower than 10.5 inches, I think, something like that. But yeah, so I think this will be the most delicate cut, so I want it to end here. So I'm going to put in this profile edging all around the four corners. Where is it? Oh, I don't have it here. No, I don't have it, looks like. So that's about it for now. Hopefully I'm gonna be done in a little while. We'll see.